Hello, Orville Nation, and welcome to a special edition of Orville Nation.
Oh, my Wi-Fi. Okay,
there we go. Welcome to a special edition of Orville Nation. And once a month, I think we're going to be doing this Turn on the Goodwill, and we're going to focus on very positive topics and maybe some causes. So we have a special guest with us today, and I think most of you know who she is. You just don't know a lot of things about her, and I think it's just best to get started. So welcome everybody in the chat and on the replay. Hello there, Captain Trek, and we will get started. Hello everybody, welcome. And we have a very special segment that we're going to kick off with a dear friend of ours. And again, we're going to be calling it Turn on the Goodwill. And do you like the whole on Orville Nation thing there? Isn't that cool? And we're going to be doing this probably once a month. And we're going to pick a few topics that are, more social community oriented. This is not going to be sci-fi. At least I don't think it is. And hello, Jet. Hello, Planet Thogar. No, it's not Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen will be like next month or something. But she has a lot more to say than Kathleen Kennedy. So it should be interesting. Of course, we have, this is kind of an icebreaker stream. Hello, Jeff. Yeah, I'm going to take a few minutes while some people get in here. Hello, Jaloja, Jeff B. You all know who she is. Of course, I'm talking about Maria of Tea and Telly, of Maria and John's channel. And that is a channel that has started recently. And I think that channel is going to be going places. It should be a very interesting and fun channel to watch. And it's also going to be socially responsible. I think it's going to be a very socially responsible channel. Hello, Rennie. Hello, Rennie A. One of the, there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. You guys don't know about Maria. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about Maria. So I think that it's best to just have her tell us. But I do want to say that Maria is a Buddhist priest. She is very altruistic. She dedicates herself, her and her husband dedicate themselves, apart from other projects that they do, they dedicate themselves to helping people. And so she is a professional helper of people. And I thought that was fascinating. And I think that's just such a noble cause. And I think that's the main reason I wanted to interview Maria. Without further ado, and let me just say hello, Snortapoopus. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Mr. Lundell. Galinda. Hello, everybody. Without any further ado, I am going to introduce Maria Shinzei of Tea and Telly. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for having me here.
It's such an honor to have you.
Yeah, thanks. And hi, everybody. I see a lot of people creaked in the room. I hope they stick around.
We have, let me just again say hello to the chat. Hello, Captain Trek, Thogar, Jet Streamer. Haven't seen Jet in a while. Good to see you, Jet. Jeff B, Rennie A, Snortapoopus. Good to see you, Snortapoopus, Mr. Lundell, Galinda. Good to see everyone. If you guys take a second to share the stream during the stream, that'd be great. We're going to be talking about Maria, her kind of a biographical expose of her, and what she and her husband do to help others. We're going to talk about her practice of her spirituality, and we're going to talk about some causes that she backs. So. How was your weekend, Maria?
It's good so far. We're kind of late on still planning stuff. People already showing pictures of their tomatoes already grown, ready to eat, and I'm like, "Oh, look, I got a little plant up." So,
Maybe they're not in your, maybe they're further south or something.
could be. It's Colorado.
Maria of TNT.
Yes.
Yes, she does have a, believe it or not, she does have an explosive personality behind her very tame facade. How is tell us first, maybe tell us a little bit about your channel and how you and John started, how you and John started the channel of Tea and Telly.
Well, I'm sure I've told you before, and some may have known that we used to do radio. Believe it or not, it was mostly radio based on horror movies and reviews and things like that. We were a channel called People Under the Stairs, and so it was lots of fun. I had fun. I had a real good knack for bringing some great guests on, and then fast forward, uh, we just decided after a while that it would be good to do something for ourselves, not just for ourselves, but to do something that we can create on our own, because we had so much information to share. We constantly give really good advice to people when they want to build a computer, whether they want to buy a blanket, whether I mean, we do so much research on everything, and not everybody has funds and the means and to be able to get all these things that some of the there's a lot of YouTubers out there. They're like, oh, buy this and buy that, and they will um, do that for things that are just way overpriced and stuff. But we have found some exciting ways for people to get it, the best things at the lowest price. But not just that, we just John and I are pretty comical together. We like to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a couple of good skits on the channel with you guys.
I know, it's just, and I love it because it was totally unscripted. But yeah, it was lots of fun. That's just the way we are. But we just like to have fun and share things with people. As part of our nature, we're just constantly wanting to help people, with whatever it is.
And let me just I'm just going to show a little bit of one of your videos, which is very unique on your channel. It's very simple, but it's, and you said you might do more of these, right?
Yeah, I've got another
let me
one
show you which
coming.
one it is.
Gonna finish editing tonight, so.
And this is this is a very fun video that you did with just with a book.
Yep.
The Hobbit and J.R. Tolkien. And I think you can tell she likes cats because those gloves are very catty.
Yes. I just I decided to choose that. I don't know. I think okay, I'll tell you a little secret. The reason I decided to use gloves is because I'm kind of a sometimes nervous person. I bite my nails a lot, and I'm not the kind of girl to go out and get lip press-ons and stuff. And then I just thought it would be kind of fun to show books in a nice, different, unique way. They don't need to see me; they just want to see that book. And
That's cool. And you're obviously using your super ASMR voice there with your.
Yeah, that one.
Doesn't she have a great ASMR voice? She's going to be doing some of those. Well, you're going to be doing meditation on your channel, right? Like meditation.
Oh yeah, definitely meditation. Which is what we are about as well. But
thank you guys for subbing, and you guys
thanks.
will enjoy the channel.
Thanks. We got a lot of stuff on the way. I've been recording and editing, and I'm hoping to get more out every week. So I just put up a little bit of stuff just to kind of keep things going. But we are true nerds, definitely book collectors. I think my next one is Dune, and then Lord of the Rings, a really nice collectible Lord of the Rings one. So we do books and games and computers and all kinds of stuff like that.
Very cool. Yeah, so there's many different sides to Maria. As you can see, she's a very creative person. And how does so now do all Buddhist priestesses do this kind of YouTubing that you do?
You know, there's so many different kinds of Zen priests, and I know a lot of people are like, they would look at me and say, "You're what?" But I think it's because um, i- if you ever see uh, Zen or monks of any kind, you always see the different color robes,
Mhm.
and each robe represents a certain tradition in the Zen Buddhist. Like we wear the black robes, as you can see. I have my black. I wore it for the show. My rakusu. My rakusu is black.
Oh, let me see.
My
Do you want to hold it up?
Yeah. Let me get that. So it is black,
Hmm.
and on the back of it, yes, full of cat hair. Thank you. And on the back is where your teacher signs it once you get ordained,
Oh, wow.
and they sign it with your name, and that um, this
Very
is my
cool.
name, Shinzai.
What does it
And
mean, Shinzai?
Shinzai means heartwood.
Heartwood.
And you're given your name by your teacher when you get um, when you get ordained. Um, and they think long and hard about the name they give you, um, and it becomes yours always, and it's a part of you. So the name that they select is something that they found in you. So my teacher felt Heartwood was the best name for me. So
Awesome. Wow. And how long did you study? Like, how long did you study? Or how long were you
uh,
dedicated to before getting ordained, if I may
unlike
ask?
unlike my husband John, who's been doing it for 30 years and studied all over.
Wow.
He's been doing it, yeah, since he was 19. So I actually had been, um, you'll have to excuse me if I sneeze here and there. Sorry about
Oh, go ahead.
that. I'd been, even before I met John, I was already studying Buddhism. But when we got together, I decided to start studying it more. And then thought, you know what? I think I just need to be ordained. So I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
Mhm.
Now you're a practicing what is the right word? Spiritual leader in your community, or is there a different way to express what you're doing? You're practicing.
Well, mostly what we do right now is I would, because we would never encourage anybody to be a Zen priest. It's hard. It's not easy. But we do encourage in our community meditation. Meditation is something that we teach, and regardless of any religion that you're in, um, it is important. It's actually one of the top 10 self help on the list of self help things is meditation.
Absolutely.
But there's various kinds of meditation that people do, and if you don't know anything about meditation, just like I'm gonna go meditate, well, first thing people do is pick up a book, meditation, how to meditate, and you never know if you're doing it right. And there's those that um, that do the yoga thing, and those that do like a new age type thing, and I'm not here to say which one is right or wrong, because what we focus on is the meditation. Our meditation is based on breathing, being present. That's it. There's no, you know, take yourself away from here, white lights kind of thing. It's basically you kind of sit there with yourself, and you're going to have to like yourself because you do that often. Zen priests have to sit often, often, and long periods of time. And in that time, you just sit. You just sit, and you spend a lot of time with yourself. But in that time, you learn a lot about yourself, which helps you understand compassion for others. And that's where, we come in, and you see the suffering of other people, and and you can't get away from it. So there's only two things you can do. You can sit there and watch it happen, or you can do something. Can we save the whole world? No. But at least you can help in any way you can.
Now, and you guys are very active in so many ways. Do you want to tell us? I do want to make sure we touch upon this because I think that the community can benefit from it.
Hmm.
You have guided meditation online, as far as groups and one-on-one, right? As well.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, there are some people who choose to just do that one on one. They like to be able to speak with us and things like, you know, um, how to's and whatnot if they need help in that. But they like the one on one. But we also do groups where we get more people and to join in. Because of COVID, we couldn't do a lot of in person. We had just started it, going to different places, invited us to do meditation teachings, but after COVID, strictly online. So we're slowly inviting people. I think we had maybe, I think, 2 or 3 in person and then the rest online. And if you know or don't know, Zen priests, we never charge for that sort of thing. So if
I
anybody
was
were
just
to
going to
say,
ask
we
you.
want to charge you, oh, we'll learn meditation for only $100, that's not us, because we want to make sure that we are accessible to everybody, regardless of their ability to give and to pay. We don't do that. So
So you guys are donation based, all right?
mhm, only donation based. And some people are, the donations vary, and we are happy with any donation that we've gotten. I think one lady one time crocheted a blanket for us. And that was nice. That's something you keep all the time. And some bring fruit, some bring, some will donate money, which is nice because it goes back to our center. And we do a lot of things to help people and cats. We rescue cats. We've rescued so many cats.
Let me ask you. Well, let me ask you first. I was going to ask you a question, but let me ask you about your cats. Now, you're big on rescuing animals, right?
Oh yeah, we've that little guy back there sleeping, and he's a little rescue guy. He's about to be tossed out to the curb, and um, somebody said, "Hey, Maria, John, I got a cat. We don't want it to be left out." And somebody was just gonna throw it away. We were like, "What?" And so he came to our home, expecting just to find a home for him, and I had found 2 people interested. And then we kind of, they called it a failed rescue. We were like, I think he's going to stay with us. And that happened more than once. So we have all our babies are rescue. But we've also rescued and homed ourselves, cats who've never seen the inside of a shelter, about pushing 40, I think. So, oh, nice. Jet, thanks. I'm
That's
so
awesome,
glad
Jeff.
to hear other people rescuing cats.
Um, and I do want to show, Maria and John have a beautiful website. I want to put that up, and you guys can check it out. I'm putting the link in, and let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. Now, um, you guys are based in Colorado, but obviously your activities are online.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are global.
Mm-hmm.
And you're dealing every day with people all around the world, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, John. If you, for those who don't know, he's a British guy. Uh, you know, an European guy, so we have connections there. But me, I'm a little old country girl, born and raised here in Colorado. But definitely, we've expanded quite a bit, and even expanding more because we are reaching out to more and more communities that um, aren't aware that they can actually learn meditation from a Zen priest, and I'm excited because I'm kind of a rarity um, in that I'm a female Hispanic Zen priest, which you don't find very often.
I don't think I've not met too many. I would agree.
Una que habla en español que puede ayudar a la gente. Well, kids don't find that often. So
That's great.
I've just learned that the Hispanic community has been growing quite a bit, and in their interest in meditation. And I thought, why does anybody feel like they are? I don't want people feeling limited, and reaching out to a lot of communities.
And maybe you could tell us, maybe you could comment on this because we were discussing it the other night, you and I.
Mhm.
Um, the first of all, the meditation certainly isn't in conflict, but even the general practice of Buddhism is not in is not in contradiction to Christian belief.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I think you'll find in a lot of forums and stuff that people, yes, rescues are the best, thank you. Um, that there's a lot of people in many religions um, that will want to explore Buddhism. But again, one doesn't have to be a Buddhist to be able to blend in the community of the Zen priests, because we definitely are open to all of that. And, a lot of the um, this here is given to you when you've done what's called precepts, your rakusu. Precepts are things like, I guess, in terms of what Christians would call commandments, but ours are rules, that you live by because it is a good way of life. It's basically simple, like don't hurt people, don't kill people, don't steal, don't talk bad about things, just those simple things that help you be a good person and not hurt those around you and do good for others. So, do we get angry? Yeah. Yes, we do. Buddhism teaches you basically that it's okay to have those feelings.
You can watch Maria get angry on Thursday nights on her Orville review.
Yes, sometimes I do. So angry. I don't know who, but yeah.
um,
um,
but no, I'm just kidding. She doesn't get angry.
yeah, not killing people's good. Right,
uh,
exactly.
check out. We're going to go through the website in a bit. I do want to show a little bit of what Maria looks like when she is in full attire. And of course, you guys have seen. Um, okay, now this is not a picture of Maria, but she wears a very similar cloth to this in her practice.
Yes. And I will have
And
pictures. I had started them, but I have
yeah,
to one more piece to get for my outfit. So
well, that's okay. We kind of know, we kind of get a feeling of what you look like when you're now. When do you wear your priest robe?
um I where I'm like if I were to go to um a like if I were gonna go how should I say retreat or even to another zendo, as we do visit other zendos. I don't generally wear that one in meditation. We wear other, like more comfortable, like something you'd see, like a, how do you say, like, I don't want to say like a ninja.
Okay.
The ninja outfit. It's more comfortable for sitting.
I
You
don't
would
want to
wear,
say like a ninja, but yeah, it's
yeah,
kind of
like
like a
kind of like a
ninja.
ninja. I don't want to say like a ninja, but it is kind of like a
That's kind
ninja.
of cool.
It's more comfortable, but those are worn when you go to a zendo and you do sit with other monks, um,
I
and
know a few YouTubers who would sign up just because you said that. That it's kind of like a
There-
ninja. Right off the bat, Fatal J will you could recruit Fatal J, for example.
all right. We have ninjas.
When you're
Um,
listening to this on the replay, Fatal J, Maria's your sensei.
that's right. And it's funny you should say a lot of the those that are into martial arts, ninjas, whatever, they are very big on practicing meditation because one thing meditation does is help you see more with the clear mind. So every action they do is a lot clearer, more focused. So meditation doesn't take away your problem; it helps you see it more clear. It's kind of like a glass of water with mud. When it's shaken up, your mind is like that, all shaken up, muddy, cloudy. But if you let the water sit there for a while, um, and all the mud just comes down to the bottom, you know it's there.
Hmm.
You know it's there, and you learn to, hey, it's there. I've got issues. I've got problems, but your mind is here. It's clear. You could see it. So your actions are better. So that's why ninjas and people in martial arts and are so good at what they do when they sit a lot because everything is much more focused. If you're a writer, if you're a creator, if you're whatever it is that you're doing in your life, it helps you stay more focused.
I like the way you put that. I like the analogy you used. It's very I like that a lot. Before because I want to get this out there from the beginning, Maria, um, I want if you can tell because I'm gonna put up a GoFundMe campaign for so Maria's basically she works with a lot of people. She's doing she is her and her husband they're helping a lot of people there. I don't know. I can't. The parish is not the right word, but her center is helping a lot of people, and we're going to put up a GoFundMe for somebody that Maria is focusing on. And every once in a while, she focuses on on one person or one family, and she tries to help that person or individual or family or group. And maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the campaign that we're going to put up shortly. I'm
Yeah,
going to put it up.
absolutely. Because we're donation based, a lot of the times it's hard to really, you know, give more of what we'd like to do. So we like to help people any way we can. And so we're focusing on this campaign is for this particular family. Um, I work a lot with the mother of this family. They have three children. And he is a hard worker. But with the pandemic that happened, his hours were pretty much cut in half. And then I think recently, the last 4 months, he hasn't had any work and he's been looking. And she was just used to being home because he worked all the time. But so she did everything she could. It's hard though. Those kids are, um, they do everything they can to make sure the kids have what they want. And I'm talking about just basics like a roof over their head and utilities and things. And because they were going to school online, they had to keep their internet going and things like that. So I know there's lots of families out there, but I did want to focus on this one because I wanted a little bit of relief for their long time suffering. And it's kind of hard to see the mom so stressed out and always worried. And I don't want to get emotional. Don't do that. Okay. So this is to help them make it even. The amount that I put in the campaign was just to get them out of the what's behind, but I wanted to focus. I'm hoping that it does well enough that helps maybe give a little bit more comfortably, so they're comfortable for a little while, so at least they have the chance to breathe and stuff like that. But yes.
Well, you said to me, and by the way, let me just say to the chat, and this is not to break my confidence with Maria, but you must understand that Maria is a very spiritual person, and she is she's confided with me, and I think it's okay to share this, that she is not used to asking for money because they're the center the Smiling Buddha Center only works on donations. And so the fact that she is putting herself out there, it's for this family, she has expressed that it's not, it doesn't come natural to her.
Yeah.
Is that okay if we share
No,
that?
absolutely. I want. It is hard. It is hard because John and I always find means for ourselves to help people without asking. But at this point, with the pandemic and everything, there is so much need out there. So that's why I do want to make it a once a month thing, that we can focus on certain people, family, person, whatever. I just want to. I see it and I'm thinking, okay, need to do something. So yeah, absolutely. Um,
And the campaign we have here, I'm sorry, go Maria.
no, go ahead.
No, the campaign we have here, obviously these are not the children, but this is a picture that there's three equally cute and adorable kids who are part of this family, and they have had a very difficult time, and this family has been chosen by Maria to be a focus of her practice for this month, and we've been talking about it for a while, and I would I tend to we've helped people put out their GoFundMe's before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if Maria, I told Maria, if you want to come on and talk about it, I think it's a very noble cause, and there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people hurting from COVID all around the world, and this is somebody who is local to her community, and she knows, Maria knows very well what's going on with his family, and so it's a very legit cause.
And if anybody ever did need, because if they're like me, where it's hard to go to people, um, a lot of the times, John and well, we are very discreet people. We don't ever share anything that you discuss with us in confidence, unless given permission. But if somebody ever did need something and we want to focus it for them on that month, and it's urgent or whatever the case is, but they don't want everybody knowing because it's hard for them, understand. And they can come to us in confidence and we can do it in confidence, and still, help them.
Is that you also mentioned, I mean, I think you were more in depth with me, obviously, about the situation. There is a situation with the family maybe being able to lose their place to live,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's important to say that.
Yeah.
I think it's important to say that that it's because Maria used the words, for comfortable, making the family more comfortable, and what she means by that is the fact that the family won't have a roof over their heads if so that's it is kind of, and this is what the other reason I thought was okay. I do really want to. I do really want any GoFundMe's that we put up here that are kind of dire need.
Mm-hmm.
And this qualifies the fact that a family can be put on the street, is I think is a dire need situation.
And we're really good at helping people, maybe not directly, but also because of the communities that we have, we extend our, is it, I'm forgetting that word. That this is one word, and I can't think of. Um, oh
Your
my gosh.
your influence
Well, uh, network. That's it.
network.
It's like the network of people, a network of things. Um, in jobs I've had and things I've done, people I know, I know where to direct people. We were able to help another family out, not directly or even having to ask for money, just by going and showing them where to go get it. And it worked and it helped and they got it. So even if it's not directly, we still have a network of things and places, that we always direct people to. And it could be for anything. It doesn't have to be monetary, because we were here to help people anyway you can. If you're having trouble sleeping at night and need, to know how. No, I'm not going to give you drugs. Don't even think about it. But we have, we can. Um, Sometimes we just sit and listen. Let you talk. We're not um, licensed psychologists, though, just so that people are aware of that. But we do have a way to be able to at least guide you in the direction. Um, so we're here in a lot of other senses besides that. Yep. And there's the other Zen Buddhist British monk. This is also rare.
Now, do people refer to you as monks as well, or
No,
is there a difference? Is it the same thing, or
no, I mean, I think, well, it is weird. I mean, I'm Reverend Shinzai, but people still say, "Hey, Maria." So, excuse me, it's not mandatory to be called that. It is our given name for our practice, but we don't require people to call us Reverend Shinzai and Reverend Kijo. Um, that's John's name, Kijo.
Kijo? Okay,
And
cool.
yeah,
What does that mean? Does that have a
and
meaning?
it does have one. And since his teacher gave it to him, for the life of me, I can't remember. It could mean something like jerk. I don't know. My teacher's always calling him a jerk. I'm kidding. Out of love, though. It was out of love.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So, is now in your Smiling Buddha Zen Center? Is it just you and John, or are there more people involved locally with you that are also
Um,
priests?
this
Or
is our this is our Zen center. I
yeah,
am
okay,
the assistant priest, and John is the priest because he has been given what they called enlightenment. And once you get that, you can have your own centers and whatnot. So this is ours. We do include information about our lineage and where we came from in our practice.
do you want to share a little bit about? I think that's interesting. Can you share a little bit of your lineage?
Yeah, our lineage goes all the way back. I mean, it's been there for thousands of years, going all the way back to the Buddha. And so, our teacher, our Roshi, is actually based out of California. And so,
Well, there's a lot in California, actually.
yeah, there's a lot of them there. His name is Shoji, and he is one heck of a teacher. Um, Anytime I ask him a question, he says, "I don't know how to answer that," which is, which is at first used to bother me so bad, but now I realize it's because, hey, you got to figure it out, yourself. I don't have the answer for you.
He's also
That's
being very honest, right? He could just
Yeah, he's being very honest, and then his. As you see from the website, will tell you kind of our lineage there. And when John comes in, I want him to grab it for me, but I'll have to show you what you get, because you do get an actual recording of your lineage when you get that. But
cool.
yeah, it's just us. But it's going well. I think We have a lot of support, and people that know us know, oh, those two crazy people.
Do you
We're
have a
fun to be around.
Do you have a question here from Time Prophet?
Ah,
Maria, is Buddha male or female or both? You usually see a fat bald man, but in Monkey the Buddha took on the form of a woman.
oh, that's a good question because a lot of people tend to ask that. Actually, the fat bald man is actually called the happy monk. He's not the Buddha. So a lot of people assume that that little round chunky guy is the Buddha, but he's not. That's just a nice statue of a really happy monk. um, the Buddha was actually a teacher himself. He does never ever represent himself to be a god or worship. So the Buddha is a teacher, and he is a he. He was actually a very wealthy man. He was a prince. Gave all that up to go be enlightened, to go learn. And that's kind of what the Rakasu represents. When he left, he gave up his rich, fancy schmancy clothing, and he made himself a robe out of just a bunch of cloths, just a bunch of rags, and put them together. That's why this represents that, and they have certain pattern has to be done exact, and that's where it's this is only a small representation that kind of reminds you of be the Buddha, just meaning be a good person, learn from the teacher who taught people how to experience themselves. And hey, John, could you do me a big favor? Can you grab your scroll with the lineage thing? It's in the closet on the bottom left hand side. Let's make sure real quick. Thank you. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's I think a lot of people do get a little confused on that one. Every time they call the little round guy the Buddha, I'm like, that's not the Buddha. He's just a happy monk. Some people like to have him around for good luck, depending on where you're from. But yeah, the Buddha's a guy. He had a wife. Yep, that's it.
Now, that's it? Actually, that brings me to one of the other questions. How does being a Buddhist monk or a priest affect you as far as marriage? How does it affect you as far as what kind of jobs you might be doing otherwise? Like how do you incorporate this into your modern day life?
um, and just so people know that, because people do often ask, how could your husband be a Zen Buddhist monk and be married? That's a good question. There's various forms of monks, and there are some monks, mostly those with the orange robes. They don't get married. You were never taught or told, "Hey, you can't be married." So it's in my closet on the bottom.
So you're
There's
never told
Yeah,
that.
no, never told that. It's just
Is it expected though that you not marry
it's not expected. I
in
think it
certain orders or?
maybe for how do I answer this as an individual, if a marriage for you is not good, then don't get married, but it's never like, oh well, you can't. But the way, I mean, for us, we learn from each other in just being aware of each other's feelings, of you know other people's feelings and stuff. So it would, oh, here it is. This is what you get. This is the lineage. So huh? Yes, the bloodline. Sorry, I mentioned. This is the bloodline that you are given,
Hmm.
and it shows from the very beginning all the way to the very end where your name is. And this is John's.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't get mine yet. I will have mine soon.
And that is in writing. That writing is in what? In
Huh?
Just gotta go in line.
You just tell me. Yes, when you get in line. I'm sorry. He's asking me what it was written in. That's Japanese.
Japanese.
There's an English
Okay.
one.
But that's a big deal. Oh, you also, when you get enlightened, get a big old stick, and John likes to use it on me. the you actually do get a big stick.
So you do get a bit like, okay.
Yeah,
So
that's used in meditation, by the way, for those who do sit and
speak
just med-
softly, carry a big stick.
Yes, it's actually used to help stimulate you to. So if you're falling asleep, go over there and use that stick on you.
How big is the stick?
It's
Is it a staff?
yeah, it's kind of, it's not a staff. It's sitting over here. I know where John is. But it's this one was John's was actually given to him, well, by his teacher, but it was made by another Zen Buddhist monk, and he hand carved it, and so it's a very special one. And John, where's your stick? But yeah, you're given that when you do have meditation classes.
You're
Um,
asking for the stick.
yes. Um, and it looks intimidating, especially when you see like pictures of uh, of a teacher using it on a student. But it's actually
Bit of wood for you.
it's yeah, it's this is a lot of wood.
Hmm.
This is very nice, hand carved, and it's actually it goes starts getting flat
Wow.
because this flat part here is where you get hit right on the shoulder area like that.
Keisaku or Kyosaku.
Yes,
Wow.
the
Interesting.
Kirsaku.
Awakening.
So if it's like
Thank
an
you for
awakening
sharing.
stick, yeah. So if you're like falling asleep when you're meditating, the teacher will come and ask permission to
Now,
use it on you.
just to address time profit,
It's not supposed to.
you're even though maybe it's, some lineage, many lineages originate in China. Your
Mhm.
lineage. Do you want to answer this question or?
They brought the Buddha was Chinese religion. Actually, the Buddha was it took the um, teachings to other regions, other areas. So you have it in China, you have it in Japan. They have the Japanese way, they have the Chinese way, they have the Indian way. So there are various forms of that. We all tend to come back to the same core of learning, but it is taught in China and Japan and all that now here in the West. So um, yeah, so it's actually um, taught in many ways. That's why when we do, there's this thing called um, um, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name of it. Some of the chants that you maybe say uh, are in every, you can, they're in Chinese or in Japanese, English, and even Spanish on the way. So,
As you can tell, both Maria and I are very introverted, and that is why we both decided to start YouTube channels.
exactly.
So I'm very introverted too, probably more than you actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's all an act. It's all an act. No, but seriously, I am very introverted. And would you consider, you consider yourself introverted a little bit?
Hmm. I'm kind of, well, I love being around, I love people. I love laughing, having a good time, making laugh. John and I are really crazy. For people who know us, they'll be like, oh my God, those two are so nuts. And
Like
yeah,
what?
we are.
Crazy, like
We the way we joke with each other and stuff. I mean, we like to go out and karaoke. We like to have our, to have our wine and whatnot and stand up on stage and John did an awesome rendition of Milli Vanilli, "Girl, You Know It's True." Yeah, that was something else.
There we are.
So we're a blast. We're not, some people assume that if you're a Zen priest that we walk around all quiet and but nope, we can get rowdy too. And but but for me, I have to have my time where I'm away from people for a little bit. I think it's because I see so much and I feel so much for people that I need that time um, to myself to kind of collect myself because
Yeah, I
I,
think there's a lot of people like that.
yeah, there are. And it is something that, I mean, John, he's a social butterfly. That guy loves being out, right? When are we going to have company? But, so, but I do too. It's just that, um, I do need that alone time,
So you crossed the line with the whole Milli Vanilli thing with Prophet. But yeah,
but.
I guess Prophet's not gonna be watching us
Is it?
anymore.
Oh man. Well, hey, he does a lot of other things. He does Elvis really well. Well, he doesn't imitate Elvis. He sings Elvis songs. But
Oh, John, you mean?
yeah, John,
Oh,
he's
wow.
so good. Yeah. But the Milli Vanilli thing was a dare. I would dare him to do it too. That was quite the dare. He did really well. But love karaoke. Anybody come out to Colorado? We have karaoke. We'll be there.
Now, I think that Maria and I are putting this together kind of on the. We've talked a lot about it, but we're kind of putting this together on the fly. Um, I think that yeah, we should maybe do this once a month if
Mhm.
if you're okay with it.
Absolutely. I'd love to do that. I guess I was gonna sound weird, but I'm watching you. I'm watching people. I'm watching to see who's out there in need. Not everybody's gonna cry out in public and things like that, but usually we get a sense to see where the need is. But
Thank you,
absolutely,
Belinda.
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm hoping for. Is to start uh, is to start a movement of people helping each other.
And we all need a social cause. And whatever your channel or my channel, whatever we're going to do on our channels, it is a good idea to have a social cause, and to the social responsibility of putting putting that back into the community, putting
Hmm.
time or help back into the community. So yeah, I think we should do it once a month. I
Hmm.
think our community would enjoy it, and I think like Galinda said, we can yeah, we can start something that can snowball a little bit, and start and really just help get to affect people's lives in a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really want to find a way to do it in more ways than just financial type thing. It is helpful, but I want to help people in other ways that we can all work together to help somebody achieve a goal or a dream or something.
I Yeah, absolutely. I urge everybody to contact the Smiling Buddha Center, um, either on Twitter or through the email or the website, or maybe even directly. It's okay. Are you open to take DMs from people as well on Twitter?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm good with the Tea and Tally one or the Smiling Buddha Zen one. Whichever.
Because I think I urge everybody to to go ahead and try out the meditation, and
Hmm.
just explore. It's like it's a no. You're not going to lose anything by trying, and it's probably going to be a very positive experience.
It is. It is. I think you'll like you like it. You'll notice the difference after a while. I also did it because I have fibromyalgia, and I didn't want to be dependent on medications for that because they're really harsh. So meditation also helped me with the migraines, the fibromyalgia, things like that. Um, just, you know, it helps pain relief, and for some people it helps that. So it has a lot of
Absolutely.
other benefits, besides just, just stress related. It's people, if it's helped them with their depression, or if they just want to be a better writer, if, like I said, a better singer, a better whatever, it's there for a lot of reasons. So absolutely happy to help anybody in any area they can.
And Galinda says, meditation works. I can stop a panic attack within a few cleansing breaths if I catch it in time. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that,
Yes,
Galinda.
thank you. That is absolutely true, because that's what meditation is. Breathing. We teach you how to be aware of your breath, of yourself. Um, and people think that they have to sit there in a perfect stance through the whole thing. No, the other day when I meditated, it was one of my fidgety days, because what you're doing is reminding your body that, oh, yeah, I have an itch here. Oh, yeah, oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. And so your body's not, we're not used to being still. We're constantly in motion, constantly busy, constantly. You're just meditating. You sit there and do nothing. All of a sudden, you become aware that your arm itches, that your leg is falling asleep, that your cat won't shut up and leave you alone. Those things are there, but you start realizing, becoming aware of these things when you're sitting there. So meditation doesn't have to be perfect. A perfect meditation are those times where you're having trouble. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. It is, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I'm sorry to hear that, Time Prophet.
Well, maybe suggesting the meditation exercises with Maria and John is a good thing for family members.
Yeah, fibromyalgia is horrible. And
And Galinda says, "Thank you for the forum. I try to live to give people permission." That's Galinda. And Galinda is a very giving person, as
I
we
could
have
tell
seen in the
that.
past. We
I
have
can
seen.
see that. Thank you. That's awesome. And
Is there?
even if people can't donate financially, sharing it is giving. So that's
I
what I want.
if I may be so presumptuous, I would I would urge people to go and try it for free, and don't donate the first time. Maybe donate if you feel like it. Come back. Um,
Hmm.
am I being too presumptuous?
No.
I do. See. The thing is, I know you, and I know if people go and try it, they will feel. They will feel some benefit.
Hmm.
And I think the important thing is for people just to take that step.
Yeah, that's what it is. Um, they're not being intimidated by it, or have this idea of what it is, because John and John has this thing. Whenever we announce it, he says it's not your mama's meditation, because it's not
That's
standard,
funny.
Yeah. So, and you'll have a few laughs with us.
And we love you
We'll
too,
be
Belinda.
back. You're awesome, very awesome.
I hope you guys feel the very positive energy that comes from Maria. It's actually soothing for me to talk to her. And I think it was one of the reasons I was drawn to just inviting her on panels and stuff, because she's very positive energy to her.
Oh, thank you. I try to be. Yeah, except my cats are always stealing the show. Darn it.
Hey, Kronos. Good to see you.
Hey, Kronos. You are loved. We love you lots.
Yeah, and one of the wonderful things that yeah, Kronos loves positive energy. One of the wonderful things, I mean, listen, there's a silver lining to everything that happens. I think one of the things we saw from COVID was that we could all come together, even from all parts of the world, and I think that it was wonderful that we could all connect through, thank God, through this technology
Yeah.
and putting this technology to a good use. Wouldn't you
Mhm.
agree, Maria?
I absolutely agree. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's good and bad out there, and that's what you got to do is pick out the good from it. That I should say positive, and we can. I think we have the power to do more than what we think. We're not just one little guy.
Do you ever
Snowflake.
watch? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
go
to
ahead.
interrupt. Do you ever watch Seinfeld? Do you know what Steven's
Yeah.
talking about?
Oh yes.
I think it was George's dad was yelling, "Serenity, serenity now!" from
Right.
his like relaxation exercises, and he's
Yes,
like,
I
George is like, "I
remember
don't think you're
that.
supposed to yell at Dad."
Right, I know. You know what though? What's surprising is one thing that people may want to know about meditation is that sometimes you can walk away feeling all, oh, that was so good. Sometimes you can walk away or and start laughing. You just feel like laughing, and sometimes you can walk away angry and start yelling. There have been monks that have been run out of the zendo. It's not an easy thing. You think just sitting there, but trust me, it is a challenge to just sit there with yourself. And you there are times I've wanted to get up and start screaming. Yes, sounds boring. You're right. Sanity's kind of sound boring.
It's best to be, it's best to be outside the box, isn't it, Kronos?
Absolutely. That's my favorite place to be.
Sanity's
Yeah.
highly overrated. That's
That's
isn't that
funny.
great?
That's
That's
awesome.
fun.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you watch our show too, you'll see we are total complete geeks, nerds, and hoping you join us as well for fun on there as we bring more content. We're doing more interviews and whatnot. But
We're gonna be talking to Maria once a month in a Turn on the Goodwill stream, and of course, I think Maria will also probably be end up doing similar things on her channel,
mm-hmm.
apart from other content. But we're also going to be putting this GoFundMe in particular for this family with 3 kids who is in danger of being left without a place to live. We're going to be putting this out there for the next few weeks on our streams. So
I just wanted to add real quick on that. I know that sometimes when people give and they help somebody get, to give them that relief, they're thinking, oh, great, are they going to have that problem in the next month or the next month? But just so you know, what John and I are doing is making sure that they are not just given, how is that? Don't just give them the fish, teach them how to fish kind of
yeah,
thing. Well, we're helping them in other senses too, so that they can
stay afloat.
continue to stay
Yeah.
afloat, to be there where they need to be again.
And that's so very important to actually I mean, sometimes people do need just help, but like you said, they need to get back on their feet, not just like that just not that moment of help, but what you're providing is a lot more.
Yeah.
And her Maria's time and effort and energy is cannot be put into words. How much she helps many families or many individuals, and in particular this family. So that we can't express that. You can just go ahead and try to imagine for yourself that she is dedicated 24/7 to her cause,
Mm-hmm.
and that is it is putting it lightly.
Yes, very busy.
So on that note, I want to thank everybody for being here.
Absolutely.
And give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, he can feed himself for life.
That's the one I was looking for.
Thank you, Thogar.
Spit it out.
And yes, it's terrifying to know if you were going to have a place to live next month. It is, yeah, it is. Especially, you know, if you're on your own, you could rough it, tough it, you know, but if you have dependents like you know, kids and stuff, it's not the same. So, well, we're gonna have to. We're gonna. This is kind of an icebreaker stream. We're gonna go for half an hour, but you guys can tell. Just Maria just yapping away. We just went over. We just went over an hour, like without even realizing it.
Yeah.
I am going to be back in a few minutes, actually, with Latchcomb. So you guys can come join us on Latchcomb. I will be putting up the this info again on Latchcomb. And thank you, Kronos, for joining us. And teach him how to fish, but invite him and the family for dinner. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome. And then I'll be on Orville. I think we have another one. Are we having another one on Thursday?
Yeah, we're gonna have another one on Thursday. And by the way, last week, you weren't with us last week. I don't think.
No, I was.
We had Kai, who plays Ty Marcus, Dr. Finn's son. He was watching us later on. He was commenting. And 2 weeks ago, we had Jay Lee, who plays Lamar on John Lamar. He was with us hanging out for a long time, for an hour.
For a while, I know.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Oh, God, it was so fun. He even told me a joke just to make me snort, that little stinker.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, my friend, thank you for joining us. It's been such an honor. I look forward to doing many of these with you.
Yeah.
And any final words? You have the last word, my young lady.
Just if there is somebody you know, I may not be able to get to them all. We'll do our best, but let me know. Feel free to message us if you're curious about meditation, whatever, anything else. Happy to be there for you all.
And let me just I just want, on the final note, I want to make sure we have your Twitter up again.
Okay.
I want to make sure.
And all those with channels and whatever, I'm happy to even support you retweeting your stuff. And boy, do I do that. I don't know if anybody's ever seen my Twitter.
She does.
I retweet your stuff to get it out there so people can hear about it, your work and anything you do. So.
And the Twitter for the Smiling Buddha Center, of course, is this right here. And contact Maria at the Smiling Buddha Center Twitter, or at a regular Twitter, and just check it out. Participate. It's meditation is much needed for everyone. It's very healthy, very good.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Maria, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me. We'll see you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you. Thank you, Kronos, Time Prophet, Jet Screamer, Snortopupus, Galinda, Planet Thogar, Time Prophet, Captain Trek, everybody who has been in here, Stephen Klein, everybody who's been in here, who's listening to us on the replay. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to be back in a few minutes with Latchcomb. Sunday, the Orville is back, and so is Latchcomb. All right, guys.
Woo. See you.